So last week, the story of a young boy, the now late Sylvester Oromoni, hit social media. According to the reports, the 12-year-old student who died on Tuesday last week after sustaining multiple internal injuries was allegedly bullied and tortured by some senior students in the school, and this eventually led to his death. This has raised a lot of concerns from Nigerians, and we'd like to hear your thoughts on this. But let me come to the ladies. When you first saw this, what was your thought?
I think we should first establish, for those that did not follow the story or know what happened. So a secondary school in Lekki called Dowen had a boarding house where Sylvester was a student, a GSS2 student. And Sylvester fell ill, had a lot of died of internal bleeding. The allegation, however, is that the boy was being bullied in school. The allegation included the fact that he was beaten up by 5 students, that they switched off the lights, they beat him up, and the result of the beating, and they made him drink a substance. So the result of the beating made him fall ill, and his parents were called, and he was told, and the report was that he had football-related injury. So they took him home to Warri, and he was in the hospital before he died.
Hospital in Lagos. Lagos, yeah.
Yeah, before he died, he confessed that what actually happened to him was 5 boys beat him up after bullying.
And give him a substance to drink.
And the reaction has been ongoing. The school has been shut down by the Lagos State government pending investigation into what exactly happened.
The trend of it is that there were slow reactions because, of course, the boy had been bullied into withholding the exact cause of the pain he was having. You know, of course, as bullies, he will be threatened, his life will be threatened. And we've now started hearing accounts of classmates who were also in the hostel at the time, telling their parents that, you know, the lights were turned off, he was beaten, he fell from the bed, he was kicked, punched, and, you know, stepped on and all of that. And the boy came home in all of those pains. The parents kept staying with the first story. The first story is that, you know, he got injured at a football game. By the time the parents were called, the school maintained that account. And so this sort of got us to delay in getting him the right help to the loss of the boy. So as a school, the first thing that the school should have done was find out how. Even if the mates were immediately saying, they should have looked at and wondered how, you know, a boy who went into his bed is suddenly having this sort of pain, so that they are telling the parents the right thing. Also, I'm not blaming the parents. No, you cannot
blame them at
all in all of this. But, you know, now because of what we have seen now, we have learned that beyond what a child says, you'll be digging for more. Are you sure? Is this pain, does it even look like a football? I don't think so. Are you sure? Is there something you are trying to say to me? Would have been the question.
I feel like there was no care in that system, because I know that schools have prefects, schools have house parents that are, especially boarding houses, that are supposed to, you know, take care of the children aside from the academics. So you come in from from school to the hostel, you have somebody who checks on you as a house parent. So when they saw that this boy all of a sudden started limping, whether it was football or not, nobody made a report, nobody complained, nobody called the parents. I saw a video where the father was lamenting that up till that moment that he was doing that video, that even the owner of the school did not call. The school administration did not call. It was one teacher, I think whether GSS1 or GSS2 teacher, who kept calling to find out how the boy was doing. That is wickedness, as far as I'm concerned. That just shows that a lot of people are complacent. You carry children, put them in your care, and you're not caring for them. It's beyond academics. It's beyond going to the classrooms to study maths and science.
Especially when it's a boarding school.
Children are in your care. You have to nurture them. So at what point did they notice exactly that something was wrong with that child and nobody said anything to the parents?
No, I don't think the school noticed anything.
No, the school should have noticed. The house parents should have noticed.
No, so the school,
this is my point.
When the boy was ill, the first point of call is that the school said that they have they have 2 nurses, and then they have a doctor. So they took the boy to the sick bay, obviously. But here is my question. Was it that the nurses didn't find out that the injury that they could see,
It's not something they could treat.
was not a football injury.
So that's my point.
There are football injuries. There are some injuries that cannot happen from football.
The school don't have the ability, from what we have seen, to find out anything. They didn't find out anything.
Then call the parents to take him to the hospital.
That's why, for me, when a child is in a boarding facility, the parents are co-parenting with the managers of that facility.
Exactly.
They have more than a duty of just a school. So if you are not fit to run a boarding facility, please don't bother to assure parents that you have. Even day facilities were having issues. I had to check my son as if it was a piece of fabric for mistakes, till I found pinch marks on him, and that started an investigation that revealed abuse from teachers. So the school did not find out nothing.
If the boy died of football-related injuries, somebody still dropped the ball at the football field. Yeah. The coach dropped the ball. Some children attacked him in a way during the football that is not football related. So from every angle, people failed at multiple levels, and many people need to be brought to book.